Hello and good day, people, and welcome to another, well, I suppose my first episode of casting some StarCraft 2. So I'm going to be casting a 4v4, and this is on lava something or rather, which I've now forgotten the name of, and we have our purple Protoss player, Brashako, our red Zerg player, SCV tier, our light blue Zerg player, Cacao, and our blue player, Gear, who is also Zerg, versus the yellow Protoss, Kata BG, the orange Protoss, LMNT Quag, the pink Zerg LMNT Reese, and the green Zerg LMNT JJ Genvi. Now this is a Master League 4v4 game, and it would appear that the Zerg are planning a 8-pull, and the Protoss is on their team. There's a lot of pinging going on. Not sure why they're pinging. But, yeah. I guess they're pinging where they're planning to attack. So we've got this player also going for some kind of 8-pull by the looks of it. And as is that one. So everyone's going 8-pull. It's going to be a whole lot of 8-pulling. That yellow Protoss is cannon rushing. This orange one is going fairly generic build, and so is this purple. So we have 5 8-pulls, a cannon rush, and two generic builds. So the cannon rush gets quite nicely repelled by SCV tier and Gear. On that team, we've got a small little engagement coming up between 4 Zerglings and 6 Zerglings. I imagine the 6 Zerglings will win. We've got another little engagement coming up between the two teams. It would appear there's some shared unit control going on. All very interesting. I'll show my hit point bars because I'm a cool guy. We got some Zerglings running away from other Zerglings. Oh, we got another cannon rush going down, but that should be repelled. Will it go down in time? Yes, it will, and those cannons get unpowered. There really is a lot of Zerglings running around. This Protoss is transitioning into a 4-gate. This one also into a 4-gate. So we've got a cannon rush, 2 4-gates, and 5 8-pulls on this game. Kind of ridiculous. So finally this player is transitioning into roaches. We've got some Zerglings running up here. This is mad. And this player appears to be defending his base, but his macro is severely lax. He is not even chrono boosting probes. He kind of sucks. I'm not sure how this is a Masters game, but it's kind of entertaining anyway. So hey. I suppose it was on the American server, and Americans are boring comparison. So we've got the green player Zergling running up here, causing a fair bit of havoc to Brashako's base, but it gets repelled by Brashako's buddy SCV tier. But again, there's an engagement here. Brashako's 4-gate is now active, and he's starting to warp in some zealots, which will be nice and effective against all these Zerglings that are running around. These roaches, which are now coming up, are going to, in fact, aren't coming out. Those are all just drones. But when they do come out, they'll start to be fairly effective, as lings don't do much damage to roaches, but roaches do quite a lot of damage to them. So we got LMT Kwang's 4-gate kicking in quite nicely. He's got a fair few units out now. We got a force of zealots, stalkers, and lots of zerglings massing up out here now, and a fair army with a sentry, bunch of zealots, and a couple of stalkers there from Brashako. Some banelings coming out now for LMNT Reese. I personally would say, though, there are the roaches out now. If the roaches soak up those banelings, that'd be quite nice. But however, if those roaches go down on some of the zerglings, that'd be quite unpleasant for our north team. We'll call them the blue team because they're a lot more blue. So it looks like SCV tier is planning an expansion now. No one else has expanded or appears to be attempting to expand at the moment. Nope, here we go, we've got Cacao's expansion going down. But there is a force moving up into Cacao's base now, which may do a fair bit of damage, as though there is this large group of zerglings coming down, but those zealots should repel that nicely, especially with those banelings doing a lot of damage to all those zerglings. However, we do have this counterattack coming down into the orange Protoss's base. If he moves in there, he could do quite a lot of damage, as Orange's whole force is up here and has nothing to defend with at the moment. He is pushing in. None of his allies are really going to be able to help him anytime soon, so this is probably going to take him out. However, Cacao is still under attack quite badly. His entire supply line appears to be dead. His spire just went down. He is building a couple of mutalisks. They're not really going to do much. Just the 2 mutalisks on their own. Now the south team moving into Purple's base. Where is Purple's army? He is still here. He has taken out the orange player now. The orange player still has a fair few units up here. However, the Warpin and Roaches from the blue team, if they coordinated their attack, but they didn't. So those zealots were not there to soak that damage. The yellow player now kicking into action and actually building some units properly. Purple's army appears to have been pretty much wiped out now, with a pince maneuver from yellow and pink here, but Orange's army now has been cleaned up. The light blue player now droning up heavily to try and get himself back on track, but these zerglings coming in again going to do quite a lot of damage, unless the red player, no, they're going to go in there and pretty much take him out there. He does have the expansion though, and he does manage to repel that with those few mutas. But again, that pink player is just attacking everywhere with nothing but zerglings, doing a lot of damage to the mineral wells. Yellow moving in as well now, with a force of stalkers to take out those roaches, but blue moving in to help with the defense. A couple of units from purple as well now moving in. Green moving up with a few zerglings, but a bit too late to really help that attack. Light blue's mutas doing a bit of damage, taking out a few pylons here and there. Yellow now expanding as well. His macro does appear to have gotten somewhat back on track after he lost just about everything, but the orange player is now wiped out. He doesn't have anything by the looks of it, and he's not really going to get back into this game. Let's have a look at the unit tab. No, orange has no units, so he's not going to be rebuilding anything, so let's hide that now, as that is quite a big unit tab. Green moving a few Zerglings up now. Oh, could have picked off those Stalkers, but he is going to probably force the cancel on that Nexus, which will be quite a blow, as that is the purple. You have to cancel. No, that actually goes down, so that's 400 minerals down the drain. Not pleasant. So we're going to have a little bit of an engagement here. Purple was retreating. If he goes back and helps now, nope, they're going to pull back. Those Zerglings from green doing a bit of harassment in mineral lines again. The southern team is doing a fair bit of harassment, doing a bit of damage, but they are now a player down. And the north team's army is currently building up quite large now. This force here is quite scary. This is really the only army the southern team has at the moment, and this should crush it. There is a lot of Zerglings scattered around the map, however, which can move in and do quite a lot of damage while this army is distracted. And yep. Oh, no, they've stopped, but there's a few Zerglings coming around, a few coming in front, attempting a pincer maneuver. Those ones around the back are going to get taken out. And this army from the south team being pushed back by the army from the north. This expansion is probably going to go down. Needs to focus on pushing back that army because it is doing quite a lot of damage to his at the moment. Got a few Zerglings running around the back at the moment. Those roaches from SCV tier burrowed to save themselves. Gonna unburrow when the rest of his army comes in and joins him. Moving into push into Yellow's base now. Gonna do a fair bit of damage, maybe even take him out. He is rushing to research Blink so he can do a bit of Blink micro, but at the moment the South team's macro is far behind. The North team have had expansions, 2 of them for a while now. 2 of them are still running on one base, but they are currently controlling the map. The South team has managed to push them back for now, but they are again building up quite an army, a few roaches here and there. Purple, however, got quite taken out, but a few Mutalisks moving in now, going to do a fair bit of damage, harass maybe this mineral line. There was in fact already a lot which I missed, taking out Green's mineral line and almost killing his hatchery in fact. Sadly, when the blue player tried to expand, the Zerglings came in, did a bit too much damage, he had to cancel, but he is now re-expanding again. Oh, Baneling's morphing in there. Might try and move in to kill all those workers in the mineral line. Force moving down from Yellow now. But, those roaches coming in, going to clean those up quite nicely. Okay, anything else going on? Yep, there's Force from Yellow moving up, but it's pretty much going to be crushed by all these roaches around. It's going to need to cancel that expansion though. LMNT Reese has left, so it's just Green and Yellow left in the game on the southern team, and that army gets cleaned up pretty quickly, and the GG from Yellow. Expect it will soon be followed by the GG or just Rage Quit from Green. And yes, it would indeed appear he left. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to cast a few more. That game was fairly interesting. Would be nice to see a few more crazy strategies rather than these generic boring ones. 4 gates into roaches, etc. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and I will definitely do even more in the future. But I am now going to move on to yet another game, and I will see you guys then. Ta-ta.